300 rpm, so n is equal to 300 rpm. So from n I can get my omega value. Okay, so I got my omega value. Now mu is given to us me 0.2. Okay, diameter of the drum 240 mm, so I'm getting a 0.24 meter, and radius is equal to 0.12. Okay, now it is saying that you have to find the torque applied due to the hand load. Okay, torque applied due to the hand load. So if you see from here the figure, this angle is making how much? 60 degree. This angle is making 60 degree here. Okay, so this portion, okay, this portion if you see is nothing but my 90 degree. So 90 plus 60, okay, this 90 plus 60 is nothing but my 150. Okay, so this theta value, angle of flap will be always in downward direction. This angle of flap, okay, theta value, okay, this is my angle of flap. Okay, so this theta, okay, what is my theta? We know that total is my 360 degree. 360 minus 90 plus 60. Okay, so at last what I'm getting here? I'm getting here 210 degree. Okay, at last I'm getting here 210 degree. So again, as I got my theta value is equal to 210 degree. Okay, now I have to convert it into radian, and after converting into radian, I'm getting how much? 3.66 radian. Okay, I'm getting here 3.66 radian. So always see one more thing in shoe brake, we are focusing on this angle. We are focusing on this angle. Okay, but in band brake, if this is a band is going on, okay, we'll focus on down angle theta 1. This is known as my angle of flap. Okay, angle of flap. This is my theta value. So in band brake, we will always see the downward angle. Okay, the angle of flap. So don't get confused. Okay, so as I said, now after getting my theta value, okay, I will just convert it to radian, and at last it's for converting into radian, I will multiply by pi by 180, and on multiplying into pi by 180, I am getting a 3.66 radian. Okay, now after getting my theta value, okay, again we will use the same formula. T1 by T2 is equal to a to the power mu theta. Okay, simply substitute the value and you will get some relation here. Okay, so on substituting the value, I am getting a relation here. T1 by T2 is equal to 2.08. So this is my one equation. Okay, so because mu value we know, okay, theta value we know, okay, just simply substitute and you will get the equation T1 by T2 equal to 2.08. Okay, that is my first equation. Now, as braking torque is not given to us, that means we have to find a braking torque. Okay, in previous question braking torque was given to us, but in this question braking torque only we have to find. So for that, okay, we have to know the value of T1 and T2, because we know that braking torque, what is the formula? T1 minus T2 into R. Okay, we know the formula that braking torque equal to T1 minus T2 into R. So that means we have to find T1 and T2 value. Okay, but as my braking torque is not given to us, so now I will use moment to find the braking torque. Okay, now if you see here, you can see here that my drum is moving in clockwise motion. Okay, in the figure they mentioned that my drum is moving in clockwise motion. As it is moving clockwise motion, so my T1 will be in this direction straight away. My T2 will be in this direction. So my T1 is acting in this direction. This is my P, okay, that is given to me, okay, 100 Newton, and everything they have given to me. Now what I will do, now I will just take the moment about this point O. Now when I'm taking the moment about this point O, okay, now when I'm taking the moment about this O, you can see here, this T2, okay, this T2 into this distance, 120, this T2 into 120, which will act in downward direction, T2 into 120, which will act in downward direction. Okay, now if you say T1, okay, into O, this is also acting in downward direction, but here at this portion, as I'm taking the moment over this point O, this T1 will get cancelled. This T1 will get cancelled. Okay, this T1 will get cancelled, and this point, okay, this 100 Newton. Okay, now if you see, I will make your lesson more easy. This T2 into 120, this T2 into 120 will try to rotate about this O in anti-clockwise motion. You understand that this way? This T2, okay, this T2 into 120 about this point O will try to rotate in anti-clockwise motion. Now, if you see this 100 Newton, okay, if you see this 100 Newton, this 100 Newton will try to rotate about this O in clockwise motion. Okay, this 100 Newton will try to rotate about this O in clockwise motion. So as they both are opposite to each other, okay, this is my 100 into what's the length? 300. Okay, so as they both are in opposite direction, so straight away I will equate them. So what I will get here, T2 into 120 is equal to 100 into 300. T2 into 120 is equal to 100 into 300. Okay, so the same thing they have wrote here, taking moment about the fulcrum, T2 into 120 is equal to 100 into 300, and then solving, okay, I'm getting here T2 equal to 250 Newton. Okay, on solving, I'm getting here T2 equal to 250 Newton. Now, if you recall the first equation, okay, T1 by T2 is equal to 2.08. Simply substitute T2 value here, okay, and you will get one new T1 value. You will get one new T1 value, okay. So this T1 is, after solving it, you are getting how much? 520 Newton. After solving it, you are getting how much? 520 Newton, okay. Now, we know the braking torque formula is what? T1 minus T2 into R. Braking torque formula was T1 minus T2 into R. Simply substitute this T1 value that we are getting 520 here. T2 value 250 we are getting here. Okay. R is nothing but the diameter of the drum, the radius of the drum. Simply substitute all the values. Okay. And at last, what you are getting here? 32.4 Newton meter. Okay. So this is my braking torque. That is my braking torque. So this was my first part of the question. This was my first part of the question. Okay. Now they are asking, the second part is the number of turns of the wheel before it is brought to rest. Okay. Number of turns of the wheel before it is brought to rest. Okay. So we have to find number of turns. So we will assume that let small n equal to number of turns of the wheel before it is brought to rest. Okay. Now, if you see here, okay, the kinetic energy, okay, because to make them rest, okay, to bring it rest, to making it rest, okay, that means first it is having some kinetic energy, and that kinetic energy we are forcing it to become zero. Okay, so first of all we have to find the kinetic energy of the drum. So we first will find the kinetic energy of drum. So kinetic energy of drum is what? We know half into I into omega square. Okay, half into I into omega square. Okay, so half into I values we don't know, but in the given question they have given us that it's nothing but my mk square. So in place of I, you substitute mk square, and omega square is there only. Replace all the thing by the given data, and then at last I am getting here 40,000 Newton meter. Okay, I am getting at last how much? 40,000 Newton meter. Okay, so this is my kinetic energy of the rotation of the drum. Okay, now this kinetic energy, okay, we have assumed that let the kinetic energy be used to overcome this work done, okay, by the braking torque in end revolution. Okay, so we assume that let the kinetic energy, what we are getting here, be used to overcome, okay, the work done by the braking torque in end revolution, because n is nothing but my number of turns of the wheel before it is brought to rest. Okay, so straight away we can write hence we can write from here that braking torque, okay, braking torque into angular displacement, okay, braking torque into angular displacement is nothing but equal to kinetic energy of the flywheel. Okay, so we can write from here braking torque, okay, braking torque into angular displacement is equal to kinetic energy. Okay. So what's my angular displacement? Okay. So if you see total is my 2 pi, total is my 2 pi. Okay. But it will rotate, let me say, it will turn in n times. Okay. My total is my 2 pi, drum is my 2 pi, and it will rotate about some rotation. Okay. So that rotation is nothing but my n, small n. So at last, what I'm getting here in angle is 2 pi into n. Okay. And TB, we know the value. TB is how much? 32.4 Newton. Okay. This value we know, 32.4. Okay. Into 2 pi into n is equal to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy we've got how much? 40,000 Newton meter. So I'm substituting all this. I'm getting at last n equal to 196.5. So number of ton is how much? N equal to 196.5. Okay. So always remember that actually what we are doing, we are trying to, we are using kinetic energy to overcome the work done. Okay. We are trying to, we are using kinetic energy to overcome the work done. Okay. By the braking torque in n revolution. Okay. So the kinetic energy is used to overcome the work done by the braking torque in n revolutions. Okay. And hence braking torque into angular displacement is equal to kinetic energy. Here angular displacement is nothing but my 2 pi, okay, drum, total drum, into number of rotation into n ho gaya. So it's nothing but my 2 pi into n. And kinetic energy we found by the formula half into I into omega square. Okay. So at last I'm getting here 196.5. So this is my total number of rotations. Okay. Now it is again asking that the time required to bring the wheel to rest. Okay. Time required to bring the wheel to rest. Okay. So if you see here that this small n, okay, this small n is nothing but a number of turns. Okay. And capital N is my speed. Capital N is my speed. Okay. So simply what I'm doing, I'm just dividing this two. Okay. I'm just dividing this two. And at last, what I'm getting here? Minutes. Okay. Just simply divide n by capital N. And at last, we'll get here 39.3 seconds. So this is the required answer. So time required to bring the wheel to rest is n by capital N. So this was one of the important question for simple band brake. Okay. So please try to solve all the numericals from this Khurmi or Ratan. Okay, whichever you like, please try to solve it. Now coming to differential band brake. Okay. Differential band brake, if you see in the simple band brake, the two band brakes. Okay. So out of the two band brakes, one band is to connected to the that means to the fulcrum point. Okay. In simple band brakes, out of the two bands, okay, one band is to be connected to the fulcrum of the lever. Okay. But here in differential band brake, they will be kept in separate different position. They won't be attached to the fulcrum or the pivot point. Okay. That's why they are known as my differential band brake. So differential band brake look like somewhat like this type. Okay. But all the principle works just works simply like that way only. How is to work for the simple band brake. Okay. Just we will have one more. If you see this diagram here. Okay. If you see this diagram here. Suppose if I have to find a moment, about this clockwise rotation of the drum. Okay. So T1 is that. So how we will get here? P into L. Okay. Which is trying to rotate in clockwise motion. Okay. T1 into B. This is also in clockwise motion. T2 into A. This direction, anti-clockwise motion. So at last, what I'm getting here? PL clockwise, T1 into B clockwise is equal to Y after equal to, because it's moving anti-clockwise, T2 into A. So this way we have to find the moments. Okay. But in simple band brake, here any one part is to get 0. Why? Because there is to be connected to the fulcrum point or pivot point. Okay, from which we has to take the moment. But it will not happen. You can see from here what I'm getting here. PL plus T1B is equal to T2A. So that's the same thing I'm getting here. PL plus T1B is equal to T2A. Okay. Otherwise, it works the same way. Okay, the same way what we have solved the numerical same simple band break. The same way it will work here also. Okay, just you should know how to find the moment. Okay, so this one is very much important. How you're finding it. Now coming to the last one. The last one is my band and block break. Okay, the last one is my band and block break. Okay, again it will follow the same process like simple band break. Only one thing is that we are in place. That means with the band break, we are even attaching some block break in them. Okay, in the with the band break, we are even adding some block breaks in them. Okay, so all things are same. Only T1 is equal to nothing but tension in the tight side. T2 is equal to tension in the slack side. Mu coefficient of friction. Okay, n is nothing but my number of blocks. N is equal to my number of blocks that we are adding to it. N is equal to number of blocks that we are adding to it. Okay, and this Tn. Okay, if you see here. So tension in the tight side is T1. Okay, tension in the slack side they have mentioned as my T1 dash. Okay, not normal reaction the drum, you know, ardent dissolving. Okay, so at last, after solving all that thing, okay, at last after solving all this thing, you will get this one equation that T1 by T2, okay, is equal to 1 plus mu into tan theta by 1 minus mu into tan theta to the power n. Okay, T1 by T2 is equal to 1 plus mu tan theta by 1 minus mu tan theta to the power n, or we can write here like simply Tn by T naught is also equal to this much. Okay, Tn by T naught is equal to this much. Okay, or equal to T1 by T2. Okay, so Tn by T naught is equal to T1 by T2 equal to 1 plus mu tan theta by 1 minus mu tan theta to the whole power n. Okay, so this is one of the important formula that you should remember for the band and block break. Again, it will have the same formula for breaking torque. TB is equal to T1 minus T2 into RE. Okay, where RE is my effective radius. Okay, if the thickness of the belt is given to us, so it will be my RE. Okay, what's my RE? R plus T by 2. Okay, and if the thickness of the belt is not given to us, then it is my simple T1 minus T2 into R. This formula will use. Okay. So if we try to solve a numerical in that, let's see if the time permits, we will solve a numerical. So much lengthy. Okay, let's solve a numerical. So we mentioned in a simple band break, okay, band and block break, as shown in figure, the band is lined with 12 blocks. Okay, so number of n is equal to what? 12. Okay, each of which subtends an angle of 15 degree. Okay, each of which subtends an angle of 15 degree. At the center of the rotating drum. Okay, at the center of the rotating drum, they are making a 15 degree angle. So this again will be nothing but 2 theta. Okay, this 2 theta will be equal to my 15 degree. So what's my theta? Theta is nothing but my 7.5 degree. Okay, and the thickness of the block is 75 mm. Okay, so T value, that means my T values they are given to me. Okay, T is my 75 mm, and the diameter of the drum is 850 mm. Okay, so D value is given to us. Okay, if when the brake is in action, okay, the greatest and the least tensions in the brake straps are T1 and T2. Okay, show that T1 by T2 is equal to 1 plus mu. Let us prove or what? It's a proving. Believe that we will. This is the proof. Okay, we'll solve this numerical. A band and block break having 14 blocks, okay, each of which subtends an angle of 15 degree at the center, okay, is applied to a drum of 1 meter effective diameter. Okay, so D value is given to me. The drum and flywheel mounted on the same shaft has a mass of 2000 kg. Okay, so flywheel mass they have given to me. Okay, 2000 kg, and a combined radius of gyration of 500 mm. That means again we have to find the moment of inertia. Okay, again you have to find the moment of inertia because m and k value is given to us. The two ends of the band are attached to a pins on opposite sides of the brake lever at a distance of 30 mm and 120 mm from the fulcrum. Okay, so one end is attached at 30 mm, another end is attached as 120 mm. If a force of 200 Newton is applied at a distance of 750 mm from the fulcrum, okay, one force is applying. Find maximum braking torque. Okay, we know the formula braking torque is what? T1 minus T2 into R. Okay, angular retardation of the drum. Okay, and the time taken by that system to come to rest from the rated speed of 360 rpm. The same question how we solve for the simple bend brake, the same way it is here. Okay, and the coefficient of friction between the blocks and the drum may be taken as 0.25. So mu value is given to me, capital N, 360 rpm they are given to me. Okay, just we have to use that formula which I mentioned like Tn by T naught, okay, is equal to T1 by T2. One formula I've said to you before only, is equal to 1 plus mu tan theta by 1 minus mu tan theta to the power n. That formula was there that you have to use. Okay. So now m is given to us and theta is 2 theta is 15 degrees. So from that I got how much value is theta is equal to 0.75 value. I got it. Okay. So first of all, what we will do? First of all, we'll try to draw the diagram. First of all, we'll try to draw the diagram. Okay. So this is my diagram. Okay. In the given question, they have mentioned that this way is my diagram. Okay. And I have assumed that my drum is moving in anti-clockwise motion. Okay. They have not given any question. Okay. Now one more thing. If in the examination time, if in the examination question paper, they have not mentioned about the rotation of the drum. Okay. If in the examination, they have not given us the rotation of the drum. That means how it is moving, whether it's moving in clockwise motion or anti-clockwise motion. You can solve the numerical in any one of the cases. Okay. But if they have specifically mentioned, no, you have to solve for both the case, clockwise and anti-clockwise, then you have to solve both of the equations. Okay. But if they have not mentioned, you can take any of the direction, either clockwise rotation of the drum or anti-clockwise rotation of the drum. It's up to fully your wish. Okay. Now, if you see in the given question, they have not mentioned the rotation of the drum, whether it is moving in clockwise or anti-clockwise motion. Okay. So in the I will go by the figure. So I have assumed that my drum is moving in anti-clockwise motion. Okay. My drum is moving in anti-clockwise motion. Okay. Now, if I try to take a moment, okay, this P value, this my 200 Newton, is nothing but what? Acting in upward direction. So it will try to rotate in anti-clockwise motion. Okay. Now this T1, okay, or we can say the T2 first. We'll take T2. T2 is again, as we are finding moments about this point O, as we are finding moment about this point O, T2 will be multiplied with this distance L, okay, 120 mm, and it will act in what? Clockwise direction. It will act in clockwise direction. Now this one, if you see this one, T1 will also try to, again, this distance, OA distance is very small. I think it's 30 mm. Okay, OA distance 30 mm. This T1 will act in this direction. That means it will try to rotate in clockwise motion. So if you see here, this is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise, counterclockwise. Okay. Okay, this is counterclockwise. This is my clockwise. So if you see from here, okay, you can check from here that this is counterclockwise, this is counterclockwise. That means I have to make it in the same side. So that's why I'm writing here 200 into 750. Okay, then T1 into 30. Okay, and will equal to T2 into 120. Okay. So on solving, I'm getting one equation 12 T2 minus 3 T1 equal to 15,000. That is my one equation. Okay. Now we know that one equation I've given you that T1 minus T2 is equal to 1 plus mu tan theta by 1 minus mu tan theta power n. And it's nothing but my number of blocks. which was given in the question 14. On substituting the value n equal to 14, okay, I'm getting the value 2.512. Okay, so again, this is one equation, this is one equation. T1 by T2 is equal to 2.512. Two equation, two unknowns. Okay, so on solving this two equation, I will get the value of T1 and T2. So I'm getting a T1 equal to this much, T2 equal to this much. So after getting T1 and T2, as we know the breaking torque formula. Simple subtract this two and multiply with R. Okay, and at last I'm getting here 2540 Newton meter. So this is my breaking torque. Again, I said you, when thickness of the belt is not given, we will take R. When the thickness of the belt is given, we will replace it by RE, where R is equal to R plus T by 2, where T is my thickness of the belt. Okay. Now it is saying to find the angular retardation of the drum. Okay, so it was my alpha value. Okay, so we know that torque is equal to what? I into alpha. Basic formula, torque is equal to I into alpha. Torque value we know. Okay, alpha is alpha, we have to find it out. I is equal to what? Mk square. Substitute all the value and you will get the alpha value is equal to 5.08 radian per second. 5.08 radian per second. Okay. So after getting this one, I got my alpha value. Now it is saying time taken by the system to come to rest. Okay, time taken system by come to rest. Okay, so that means simply we know the formula V is equal to U plus AT. This is a basic formula we all know from the childhood only. V is equal to U plus AT. That means, so it is saying time required to it to come to rest. That means now we replace it by omega. Okay, so this will become my omega 1 is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. Okay, come to rest. Okay, rest means what I will do, I will just I will just substitute this one equal to 0. Okay, this is my final velocity and this is my initial. So I have to first find my initial value. Okay, what's my omega naught? Omega naught is equal to nothing but my, we know the formula 2 pi n by 60. Okay. Now if you see, since the system is coming to rest, okay, in from starting, so 2 pi n by 60. Okay, substitute the n value, you will get some value. You are getting the value here 37.7. Okay, so this is my initial value. Substitute in here. This is my 0 because it is coming to rest. Alpha we know from here 5.08. So straight away you can get the t value. So on solving all this thing, we are getting the time is equal to 7.42 seconds. Okay. So what you do, I will prefer you to write all this important formula in one page. Okay, for each of the 3 parts or 3 or 4 cases of the breaks, and try to solve its numericals. It's very easy. Okay, just we have to understand how to find the moments. Okay, about the point. If your moments is correct, you can get your answer very easily. Okay, so guys, one more thing, even try to learn see the topic on dynamometer. Dynamometer is very much important with the theory point of perspective. Okay, so they may even ask you the theories questions. Okay, so better you also read the dynamometer topics. Okay, so thanks a lot, guys. Thank you very much, and I will end the session. Ravi sir. Hello, Ravi sir. Okay, guys, you can leave. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I'm sharing.